What's up, YouTube? Going live today. Just out in the garage, doing what I do. It's hot. Got a mess. I'm gonna try to interact, but I'm still trying to work at the same time. Picked myself up. I don't know if you guys can see that. Picked myself up. See if I can see it. You guys can't see that, but set of channel locks, some 420s, and I've got one restored, one is not. Well, one half of the plier. So, still working on trying to figure that out. Got some side cutters, fencing pliers, I don't know. Linesman pliers, there you go. Got a set of those. Picked up my buddy Rich. He's got a channel too. He likes blacksmithing, so I'm going to let him convert these for some pliers for blacksmithing. I'm going to get my laptop here so I can see what the comments are, guys, because right now I don't have the laptop set up out here. Let me get that, be right back. Alright, I'm back. Got 3 people watching, that's cool. I don't really mind because I didn't plan on going live, so. Guess it would help if I had a power port. is ridiculous. Sorry about that, guys. If you're still on, great. If you're not, I understand. Yes. Up and running. Up and running. Yep. Alright. So, maybe you guys can see me, and whoever's on, if you're on. What's new? Well, so, as you guys know, or as you know, whoever's on, I've been working on trying to learn how to restore pliers. So I've been working on that, and in the process I've bought about 4 or 5 sets of pliers at the moment, or to date I should say, and I've restored 4 of them. I call it the Chrome Mafia. They're pliers and linesman pliers, and so the newest are these Utica, part number 1033-6 for 6-inch. Restored these yesterday. Took about an hour. These are my Wrights. I know you guys have seen, if you watch my other videos, you've seen how these are my favorite pair of pliers. Restored these, took about an hour, a couple days ago. Then the Red Devils, which you guys have seen. The Crescent cutters, which you guys have seen. And the Diamond K, these are Crowder linesman pliers, or side cutters. So that's 4 sets of pliers that I've done thus far. And if you ask, because I can't see the comments yet, still working on that, but if you ask why I've decided to do that, it's because I'm not a mechanic. I've said it a million times and I hate hearing myself say it. But because I'm not a mechanic, I can't justify going out spending, you know, $150 on a set of pliers. But what I can do is justify spending $1 or $2 on a set of pliers that are 50 years old but are in great condition but need to be some work put into them. I can't afford to do that. Besides the fact that it sucks to go into a thrift store or some little nickel and dime type store, you know, $5 store like that, you know, something that's on a corner that the guy buys a bunch of crap and then sells it in his store for dirt cheap, which is primarily where I get all my stuff. But I hate going in there seeing tools just piled up by the buckets and they're all rusted out. So if it's something that I can use, then I will buy it and restore it. And I've got a piece of metal in my finger. Hazards of the job. Alright, let's see here. Let's see if I can get on the internets. This computer is supposed to be running a little bit faster. We'll see. I feel like Jay Young with this going live thing. Although you guys can't see it now because it's 2:30 in the afternoon, 3 o'clock. This top drawer on my toolbox, my Husky, is now lighted. So I've got strobes and all different color lights on that drawer. It looks pretty cool. Just something I picked up. Let's see here. This has got to be the slowest computer ever known to man. Struggling, man, struggling. The struggle is real. But other than that, as far as tools go, haven't really gotten anything new. I mean, you know, pliers, I guess, right? That's it. I think I am about done buying tools at the moment. Unless there's like a stupid awesome deal. But to go out and buy a specific tool and spend money on it, like good money, I'm probably not going to do that anymore. And the reason is because I've got too much. There we go. I'm on YouTube. Oh God. Whew. This, man, I hate to say it, slow. Super slow. Let me see how many people are on so I'm not talking to myself. 3 people, and I got a thumbs up. Well, I'll be damned. Cool. All right, I'm trying to make it work, guys. I'm trying to make it work. You see me trying to make it work. I think I'm in. All right, but yeah, so let me keep talking because at least I can be interfacing with you guys. So, yeah. So yeah, I got the pliers. Let me turn that down. So yeah, I got the pliers. This computer is so slow.
Hey, Daddy.
I'm filming. How can I help you? What's up?
I think we came out to get warm.
No, go out in the back, babies. I'm online right now. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of people on. Well, at least a couple. This computer's so slow. I'm filming. How can I help you? What's up? No, go out in the back, babies. I'm online right now. There is a significant lag. There's a lot of people on. Well, at least a couple. All right, we'll see. There is a significant lag. Yeah, I know, Drew. Yeah, there's about a 10-second lag. That's what happens when you got a busted up computer. Yeah, I know, Drew. So there you go. I muted it. I know. All right, guys. So all right, I'm a little bit happy with the outcome. I apologize for this. I didn't plan to do this, but I mean, some of the best times are never planned, right? Okay. Let me make sure you guys can see everything. Alright, so I guess one of the things that I want to do is show you guys my area, what I got. And keep in mind, like I said, this is not planned, so therefore what you see is what you get, and it is how I got everything set up at the moment. So alright, so here's, step back without falling. So as you guys know, that's my Husky 60-inch box. Nothing's really changed. Jesus, nothing's really changed in here. I've got to get that. I got to reposition that toolbox light because it's like knocking over stuff when I open it up. But yeah, nothing's changed in that. Everything's pretty much the same. My Snap-on game is alive, so that's cool. But other than that, nothing's really changed with that. Okay, so I don't know. I got everything's a mess in here, but this is real life right now. So I got the Cobalt, my weed eater charger for my battery for that sitting up here. I got pliers all over. As you guys see, I got stuff disassembled. Here's the channel lock 420s that I'm working on restoring. You can see that's done. This is not. Well, this is grinded, but this hasn't been polished. You know, all my other workspace, there's a bunch of books and stuff. We have a library in our house, so I've got a bunch of books that we couldn't or we didn't want to put on the shelf. Here's my little cheap $5 grinder that works really well. One side I don't have anything on it yet. I'm still trying to figure out. I got to get a rod to extend it out so I can kick it out longer. But I interchanged this with the soft pad to the hard pad. Then I have wire brushes and wheels and all that stuff. Picked up the little Harbor Freight grinder, which you guys saw in one of my previous videos. You can see all the dust on the wall and everything. This is a true workshop here. But my wife, this is my area. My wife don't care about my garage. My tabletop drill press, and I've got the pad there that helps me restore stuff. You guys talk about tool cleaning, go to your local Dollar Tree or whatever it is that you have, your dollar store, pick up some of this. This stuff works great for cleaning your tools, and it doesn't swell up the Comfort Grip handles. Then I got a planer, I've got the oscillating sander, the chop saw, or you know what I'm saying. Then down here is all my vintage tools and stuff that I don't get to very often. They're all down in that cabinet. My son likes to come out, so that's his toolbox, and when he plays, he's only 1.5, but he likes having stuff. And then I'm not going to open it, but that's my Matco cart. So this is pretty much the garage, man. I mean, you can see it's a house, right? So it is what it is. There's my truck. There's my car, my wife's car, my truck or SUV. Kind of let you guys see inside of who I am. I mean, I'm not making anything up here. So, yeah, I mean, this is it. This is my area. Everything's a mess, but it's how I got it at the moment. Let's see here. What else was I going to show you guys? Oh, God, I forgot what it was. Okay. But anyway, yeah, like I said, everything's pretty much as it is. This is just a little quick video for you guys to kind of get a glimpse into my world on a Sunday afternoon at 80-degree weather. There's my girls out there playing by the sidewalk for some reason, and I didn't know they were out there. But yeah, this is it. I thought I had something new I wanted to show you guys, but I can't think what the hell it was. But anyway, knows we'd love to see a wrench's perspective in design. Okay, I was reading Bearded CB's comments. Engineering wise, guys, I told you guys I changed my let me turn that around. Might as well see me instead of looking at the toolbox. I changed my my career field around slightly, and let's tilt that down. And so I went to a new company, and now I work in medical devices. So for pacemakers and all other kind of implantable devices for the medical industry. I was out of that for about 10 years. Decided to go back. So that company's that I'm with right now is awesome, awesome, awesome.
It was a true blessing to get there. But yeah, I'm an engineer, so I'm like process, manufacturing, all kinds of little things here and there. I think I'm going to take a role as a project manager at some point in time, hopefully. So things may change once again for me at this company. But yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, a little bit about me. That's for Beer CD. Okay, as far as pliers go, so oh yeah, I guess I can do that. I can give you guys a little bit of a rundown of what I'm doing to how I restore the pliers, because I can't show you live. I don't want to try to go through that. It wouldn't come out very well.
All right, so pliers. So you've got, I pick these things up, like I said, wherever I can find them. This is an old, we'll start with this set here. This is an old Crescent. That is not going to show up. Or channel locks, rather. I'm sorry. Channel locks, they're 420s. I love a lot of guys around here have motorcycles, I'm sorry. But so I get these, I take them apart. A lot of times they look just like this. They're rusted, they don't open. And I like them like this. And I look for only American made. Like that's the next set that we're gonna see there. These are Bacher or Booker or however you want to pronounce that, but USA made. So first thing I do on the grinder, the pad's not on there, the grinding wheel. I use that to kind of take up some slack, right, wrong, or indifferent. That's how I do it. But I've got a series of wire wheels, and for some reason I'm missing. Oh, there we go. So I got two different wire wheels. I got this steel one here, which is my favorite. It's really, really coarse, really hard. It does really good. I have not used the brass, so I'm assuming anything that's softer metal I would probably use this on. I'm still learning, so therefore, you got comments on that, let me know. But yeah, so what I do is I take that, polish all the scale and rust and everything off. Then from that, I will take them to the good old belt sander here. What's on there now is a 400 grit. I do have like a 120, 110 grit that I'll use, and I'll just start to, I don't use the, there's a little retention plate for flat grinding, which is right here. Normally that would be seated back there. I take that off because I like to have the belt be a little bit flexible, right? So I can get into the nooks and crannies, and I can kind of guide the pliers or whatever I'm trying to polish down. But that works really well. You can see all the dust that I've done. I've only had it like a week or two, and I've already used it a lot. From there, once I've got it ground down really well and I like what I'm looking at, I take it over to here, I change out the brushes, and I put on the pad. So I start with a much harder pad, and I load this on, and I'm using the black compound, and the black compound takes out a lot of the heavier scratches. Alright, so this is going to leave it to like a matte finish. Then when I start out with the grinding, this is kind of like polishing all the little finite scratches. It's more like blending those in. Once I get that all done, and it's going to start looking closer to this condition here. It's nice and smooth. All the edges are blended, no sharp edges. Then I switch over to the softer pad, and with the softer pad I use the green compound, and the green compound is more or less for those, there's my kiddos, the more or less for the more smaller or the final finishing touches, right? So from that I just start buffing. I always keep some type of water. I know this is not probably the most professional way to look at it, but I have a little thing of water here because using the grinder and or using the buffing wheel, whether it be the bristle brushes or one of the polishing wheels, it gets hot, and when it gets hot, that heat goes into the part. So depending on how hot it can get, it could cause damage, and or if you do it too much, it'll actually tarnish the metal, and it leaves like a orange color or a yellowish color, and it takes a lot of work to get that out. And that's pretty much it, guys. And so it's just that simple. You take something that's rusty, you kind of use your mechanical aptitude on it and say, okay, what do I got to consider? So anything that's got a really sharp or defined edge, you got to kind of hit those in the same manner. So you're grinding, and you're trying to pick up every angle on that part to kind of make it look the same. So you do that as much as you can. Sometimes you have to go with the manual method, really using sandpaper or a sanding block. I've got them all here. You have to do what you got to do. It all depends on how much work you want to put into it. The other thing is you want to make sure that what was I going to say? Oh, you got to know when to stop. So you have to know how much work you want to put into it, because you can overwork a part. Like, so for me, there's on this particular tool, and you may not be able to see it, but there's some blemishes and pitting, things like that are really deep, and you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? You know, do I want to grind up in here and smooth that all out? No. Do I want to try to take out all the little imperfections in this area here? No. I mean, it's 50-year-old tool. I don't know when these things came out, but I'm saying in general, these things are old. They're not like they're 4 or 5 years old. These things are really old, and I'm not trying to make them look like they're brand new on a showroom floor, but rather that there's something that if someone were to ask me to use them and I toss a pair of pliers, they're like, oh man, these things are old, but they look great. So that's the kind of results that I'm looking for. So you know, you have to pick what you want to do and go from there. So I don't know what that means, but I got an error on my computer. But so like these here will get the same level of treatment. They're going to get the same type of polishing and grind on them. They're going to look just like this when I'm all said and done. So hopefully you guys are still commenting. I'm going to keep talking whether you guys comment or not. Thank you, Bitter CB, if you're still on. You said the garage looked great. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it, right? And then once you're all said and done, I'm going to see if I can close this real quick. I got to see, I'll show you guys. Oh, maybe you guys will have a comment. I got that light strip right here, and every time I have these suckers standing up like that, every time I push them in there, they catch that strip. So I gotta like embed that strip. I can't put it on here. I gotta put it somewhere back in here, but it's gotta be enough where it can shine in the drawer. But I don't know, it's just a pain in the, well, you know, right now until I figure that out. But yeah, so once, yeah, so I agree with you, Bearded. But yeah, it's a lot of work. I mean, it can be, right? It can be a lot, but I guess the cool thing is, right, for me, Brandon, is that when I do that, and I'll come out here into the light, but the cool thing for me is that when I get a pair of pliers that say like USA, like these, not only are they cool, but they've got the pull out, empty the jar, pull out the jar, and recess up inside for lights. Hello. All right, yeah, that's a good point. That's probably what I'm going to do. What's up, Dano? But yeah, so this is what makes it worth it for me, is when I get a set of cool pliers like this that are, you know, have some type of strong USA message on there. Everything else is just, you know, just what they are. But a lot of these are really cool. And that's, and, you know, and so I put that work into it, and it's all a learning process for me. You know, these things are been around for a long time, so I'll have them, and then my son, when he gets bigger, or one of my daughters, they'll have them, and you know, then they'll be somebody else's tool for a while. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I do have, you guys know I like the SK stuff. I do found some old SK stuff that I like, that I'm going to be cleaning up, hopefully. Some of that looks a little rough, but I got to get those all cleaned up. Man, I tell you, I've got more than enough tools. Can you guys not play in the garage, because they can probably hear all the noise? I don't want to.
Yeah, that's why I'm parking it.
Okay, thank you, baby. But yeah, what was I saying? But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get these all cleaned up and then go from there. What else is there? You guys tell me, what else do you want to see? You guys see the shop. I mean, you see, or what I call my shop. I mean, It looks like a mess, like I said, but it's all mine. Hey, I got something for you guys. Has anybody ever seen one of these? This is an old Craftsman chart, and it talks about like all the different types of fasteners, nails, screws, tacks. Guys, go ahead and get out because I can hear you. All different types of screw heads, different styles and whatnot. I've had that thing forever, and I can't find any information on it online. Maybe somebody knows something or seen something on it. But yeah, you guys tell me what you want me to show you. I don't know. You guys have seen my toolbox just as much as anything else, right? So I don't know if you want to. Oh, I got something I do want to show you. I know what it is. Maybe somebody out there needs one. I don't know. I know, Brandon. I know. That thing's cool, man. But I got this. I picked this up for like $1, and hell, I don't even know how to use them. I understand it. I think basic usage of how they work. But yeah, this old Mac Tools TL8008 timing light. It looks like it's in fairly good condition. If you guys can make that serial number out, it's F6730-76245 is the number on it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. If does anybody out there need a timing light? If you need a timing light, let me know in the comments. Figure something out. It's Mac. I mean, it's got the leads. Carbureted time light. Wow, is that something unique, Brandon, or what? Because I don't know. I'm gonna turn this around so you guys can see my beautiful face. But yeah, I don't know. Does it do 6 volt? I don't know. Yeah, 6 volt and 12 volt. So, yeah, you guys, man, I wish this thing was not a lag, because what I'm looking at on the screen is not what, I don't know, you guys get it, but I don't know. Does anybody need a 6 volt, 12 volt timing light from Mac Tools? Let me know. I don't need it, and I would be willing to get rid of it. So. I thought I saw it. There's a place in town, and I know my guys. I'll make 2 comments here. First thing is, I live in Fort Wayne, Indiana, so I've got some places that I go to quite frequently. One of them is a place called Lev's, L-E-V-S Pawn Shop, and there's a location here on Wells Street here in Fort Wayne that I go to, and I always deal with the same 2 gents every time. Best place, and they always they actually, I believe one of them is a subscriber to the channel, but they always give me flack about not calling them out. So if you're ever in Fort Wayne, you want to check out a good pawn shop where you can actually negotiate on prices with guys and get a fair price on stuff, check out Lev's, L-E-V-S Pawn Shop here in Fort Wayne. But that's one of the places I go. But I found this timing light at this like a secondhand store, and man, I got a piece of metal in my finger somewhere. Anybody know how to get metal out of your finger? Like a little tiny little piece that you can't even see. But I go to this little secondhand place, and this guy buys a bunch of junk, and he puts it in there, and he's got like a whole room full of tools, and I just kind of go through and look through and see what he's got, and I always come up with something. So I picked up, it don't look like much, but I picked up this snap-on pick, and it's a little rough, SG38SA, little rough pick, but it was a snap-on, and there's no way I'm going to leave a snap-on tool just kind of not get purchased.
I mean, it cost me like maybe 50 cents, 75 cents, but it's a little sharp pick. So, last time I went, before that, I got a Snap-on yellow or orange handled screwdriver. Didn't even know they made these, but I also found a Snap-on wooden handle screwdriver, SDWP 123. So, what else is there? I always find cool stuff, but every time I go, I always find something cool. But yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Ah, Gorilla Tape. Okay. Thanks, Brandon. I'll do that. Yeah, Dano, I love toolboxes or pawn shops as well. I always find something cool there that I can buy. But like I said, man, I'm pretty much set when it comes to tools. I don't really know that I want to buy anything new, per se. Because I've got enough. What's up, Nick? Welcome to the live stream. I love the fact that you guys are taking a moment of your day to be on when I'm not fully well versed on this whole process. It's really cool. So I thank you. Hang on one second. I see weird car driving by my kids. Hang on. What? Okay. No, you're good, Bubby. Okay. Ha! I know. I hear you, Brandon. But yeah, thank you guys for being on the channel or taking the time out your day. Let's see here. What else? Trying to figure out the toolbox. I'm gonna do what Brandon suggested, or Bearded CB for all those who do not know his real name. Try to get that figured out. But yeah, man, I've got. If you guys recall, I call it. I don't know what people's religion is, but whatever. I don't really care one way or another, I guess. But I say I was fairly blessed this year because I went from having 2 or 3 Snap-on ratchets that were 30, or actually from the 50s, I believe they were, to getting some modern style ratchets, from pawn shops and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Show us Snap-on tools. Okay. I like that, Nick. I like that. All right. Let me feel like I'm sweating like a pig over here. All right, so I know there's a lag, so I apologize. Yeah, I'm coming, Nick. All right. Okay. So, you said you wanted to see the Snap-on tools. All right, so I don't care what nobody say. For a guy that's not a mechanic, I can work on a car, don't get me wrong. Whatever you want to do. That bad girl's about to get a tranny put in her. But I think I got a pretty impressive toolbox collection. I don't even like saying collection, I don't even sound right. But I got sweating like a porn star. I am. Call me Dirk Diggler. But yeah, I think I got a pretty impressive collection of tools. I got a lot of stuff in here. And you see these little papers here. These are reminders for what I need to buy in order to fill in everything. But okay, for far as Snap-on, so we're going to go right down the line here. And hopefully this is not going to bore the hell out of you guys. I'll show you guys some cordless stuff too. Snap-on, the 7110 half-inch drive. There's your date code if you're interested. It was a complete rusted piece of crap. I polished it. This is the first thing I ever... Well, is it? I think so. I think it's the first thing I've polished on that. I don't know how that went. I think I polished this by hand, believe it or not. Yeah, I polished, I got the rust off by hand and I polished it on the bench grinder because I didn't have the belt grinder.
So that's the first one. I got this other one. Man. I got this other snap-on here. There's your date code if you're interested. Part number is S832 USA, 1/2 inch drive. Yeah, I know it was a lot of hand polishing, Brandon. It was ridiculous, but I didn't have all the tools at the time, and I was too cheap to buy them. Then I got this one here, 3/8 drive. You guys may have seen me talk about it. This is part number FHL80, USA made, of course. 3/8 drive. It came with the. I'll show you guys what it came with. Some of your tools may look like that. But these were the handles. These were the handles that were on them. So that tells me that they seen some cheater bars or something like that, or at least a mean pit bull. So I keep those just to kind of show people what you can buy and then what you can turn it into. So that's just a small little investment. I paid like 50 for one and 60 for the other. Also got your buffering. Sorry about that, Brandon. Hopefully it'll clear up. But I also got this FHL F80A, and that's also a 3/8 drive, and that's got the flex head, non-locking flex head. Okay, you're good, Nick. That's good to hear. Then I got this older GF70SA, or GF70S, USA made. This is awesome ratchet. I do not have a 1/4 inch drive snap-on. I'm trying to find one. I need one myself. The snap-on here is the F80. There's your date code if you're interested. Picked that up for 40 bucks. Looks like it's brand new. Pawn shop. They were asking 60. I got it for 40 or 30, something like that. One of the first jobs I ever got. I got this. This is an F710B snap-on, 3/8 drive. I cleaned this one up. I didn't restore that one as far as replacing the guts. I also got this snap-on set F710A. There's your date code. This has been upgraded, or as far as the anvil has been replaced and updated. And that is the gist of my snap-on ratchets. So you guys can see I do not have any 3/8 drive. I mean, I've got, or not 3/8, but 1/4 inch drive. I've got my Carlisles here. I've got my Cobalts. I've even got a Williams in there, and so on and so forth. But that's pretty much it. And I've got, the extensions that are snap-on as well. So, and then I've got my Matcos as well in there. So, and I do get a Matco that's a 1/4 inch drive. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I got one snap-on wrench. Believe it or not, I only own a snap-on wrench. And it's not even in this box. It's in a service cart. I'll show you. I got a lot of wrenches, but I don't have any snap-on really. This is the only one I got. But you know what? It's the most important one. Number 10. So yeah, the one wrench that I would find at like an auction or something like that was a number 10. But yeah, that's the only one I got. I want to get more. I just haven't been able to afford them yet to get some more, or I haven't found them. If anybody finds any that are old and all rusted out, hey, let me know. I'll take them off your hands because I like to restore them. So, all right, Nick, go get some dinner, brother. See you later. But let's see here. Dano's Toolbox wants to show me something. Okay, so I think we're fairly close there. But yeah, man, I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm not closing that drawer because, like I said, I got to fix the lighting in there and everything. But yeah, I mean, and then I told you guys over here, I got all, oh, I got something real cool. All right, for like Danos and Bearded CB, not that anybody else won't know, but you guys know a lot about the older tools and stuff, more so than maybe a lot of us other guys, newer guys to the community. So I picked up this. Okay, and what's inside? All right, see you later, Nick. Is this here? It's by Miller's Falls, number 100. Greenfield, Mass. So it's USA made, but it's like a drill. It's a hand drill, but it has like a bunch of reamer bits. So what you do, you like turn this head, and it has a corresponding number, and then it should have a reamer in there. Now, not everyone does, because you know it's old, so things have been lost. But there we go, one. I'll show you guys here. But there you go. So it has like these little reamers that were inside of there, and I'm assuming that these probably not even original, but I can find those. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. I thought that was pretty interesting. It's got like a plastic portion here. Yeah, similar to a Yankee screwdriver, I would assume. But I haven't researched it. Normally, whenever I find something like this that's still in the original box, I'll research it. But I thought that was cool. Got it for like $1 or something. You know, nothing special. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, let me know, guys. Damn, flies everywhere. Let me know what you want to see, if anything, right now. Yeah, I'm thinking too, Brandon. I'm thinking it's from the 50s, based upon the look of it, the style. You know, kind of like that modern style that they called modern back then. But let me know if you guys want to see something. I will take you guys. Let's go outside. Yeah, I know, right? I agree, Dano. Let's go outside. Hopefully this is not too bright. I'm going to show you guys something on my car, and then we'll talk about it real quick. That right there is ultra important to me. So is that. And I'm not going to show you guys my license plate because that'd be weird. But so, okay, the reason why I showed you guys that was because my vehicle, got egged one day, and it all started happening once I got that plate on there. So as soon as I got that plate and started showing my support of law enforcement, I started getting like those type of actions. And I wonder, I mean, I assume you guys may look at law enforcement the same way that I do. I'm gonna actually turn this around because the phone gets the comments before my computer does, and I can't see what you guys said. But switch to, there you go. There we go. Yeah, it is probably some kids or something like that that did it. But yeah, I mean, I'm big into law enforcement. I mean, you come into this neighborhood, just about every 4 or 5 houses, there's some type of a government official in this neighborhood. And I'm like, man, I can't believe that. And it's funny because you hear all this stuff on the news, and, you know, police officers are just like anyone else. They're doing a job. And you got some bad cops out there. You got some really good cops. You've got some cops that have never dealt with people from different races. You got cops that have dealt with people from different races and have certain stereotypes that they believe. And you have cops that don't understand how to respond accordingly in certain situations. And you have suspects that are stupid and don't follow orders, or are irate when they get pulled over for basic stuff.
you know, and then they want to get smart with the cops and then expect for nothing not to happen. So everybody's at fault. There's times the cops are at fault, there's time when citizens are at fault. But I find it very interesting that people are so hateful towards police officers these days. And it's kind of sad because I'm not saying that you have to bow your head at a police officer, but there was a certain level of respect that went along with that badge. And they held themselves, all right, Dano, and they held themselves up to a higher caliber. They were supposed to. Officers were supposed to hold themselves up to a higher caliber than everyday citizens. But it seems like today, violence and hatred for law enforcement is running rampant and is strong. And now you can't even have your vehicle and say that you support that lifestyle without getting the same level, or to some degree the same level of disrespect and hatred. So, and I don't know what people's exposure has been to law enforcement, but just been my opinion. And I've been pulled over many a times, and it doesn't change the fact that I wear that badge and I wear that flag on my vehicles proudly. So. I didn't see that. Let me see what you said, Brandon. Hang on. Let me see what you said. Heck, last 2 cops pulled me over. One was black. One was a black guy in BFE to Iowa town. Next was a gal in Wyoming. One rolled through stop sign at night. One I was 7 over. Yeah, man, it happens, right? You know, it is what it is, right? You get pulled over, you get pulled over. You deal with it. But nowadays people are cowards and, you know, want to get mad because they get pulled over like it's the officer's fault that they getting pulled over. So it's weird. I mean, not to go on this preaching episode. I know there's a tool community, but I just thought I'd share that because it kind of bothered me. And then the other day I was going down the road and I heard somebody scream and they yelled something. I couldn't make it out because my windows were rolled up. I had my little boy in the back, and then I turned around and looked, and I saw the car next to me had their window rolled down, and it was 2, I don't know, teenagers or young adults in there, and they were kind of like looking around. Then when light turned green, they like rushed up on the side of me and rolled the window down again, and I reached over and grabbed my protection, put it like that, had it sitting in my lap, and thought to myself, okay, if something happens, my little boy in the back is the #1 priority. You know, what level of engagement do I want to, implement, if you will, and was planning it out for that. And then next thing you know, they slammed on the brakes. Once they saw me see them, they slammed on the brakes, did a U-turn, and went back the other way. So I'm like, man, if I can only imagine what it's like to be in that badge and wearing that uniform every day, because whether you're a good cop or a bad cop, people don't respect you either way. So, yep, very interesting. But yeah, guys, that's it. I don't really have a whole lot more to chit chat with you guys about. Like I said, I really appreciate the fact that you guys took time to hang out for an hour, 57 minutes that we've been on this thing. I'm going to start doing it more. If you guys are willing to come, I will talk more because I like live streams. But, yeah, I don't know. Whoever's on. Yeah, you get. Yeah, I saw your comment, Brandon. Yeah, you do. I was only still in cash register in a bottle of Hennessy and cop stays me. Yeah, I've seen those. I've seen those kind of comments a lot. But yeah, I'm not gonna keep you guys on. I appreciate it. Thank you, Brandon, for hanging out, man. And and Dano's Toolbox, Nick Windsor, Bearded C. Sorry. Let's see who else was on. Nick Windsor. I think Bearded Yakin was on too. I thought. I'm gonna call everybody out before I drop off if I can. Matt G6, thank you. Drew's Auto, thank you. Ivor 92975, thank you. Big Wayne, what an idiot. That guy's a damn idiot. I love people that are stupid. I'm gonna keep doing me. You keep doing you with no content. So, all right, guys. Good little chit chat today. Thank you guys for hanging in there, and I will see you on the next live stream. All right, peace.